Hey everybody, this is Josh from Haven Comics. We've got a little mail call unboxing to do today, so stick around. Welcome everybody. It's Friday night. It's October 30th. There's not a whole lot of things to do since nobody's at parties and such tonight, or at least I can't imagine many people are. So we thought we would do a little mail call, open up a box, see what's happening, see what's shaking. We got Mr. Travis Goodwin on. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Uh, we'll start with the small box and see what we got here. Hope everybody has had a good week and that everybody is being treated well with work and weather and all that kind of stuff. With the storm that blew through, I got a friend in Georgia who had a tree blow down, and it would have done a lot of damage to their house, except that it hit their chimney, and the chimney stopped it. The chimney was like, not on my watch, not happening, which was pretty cool. I mean, not great, because that's still not cool, but it's better than having a damaged house, so that worked out well for them. Well done, chimney. Good job. Alrighty, right out of the gate, we have from Monty Cook Games, We Are All Mad Here. This is a new book that works for the Cypher system. And this is really anything kind of fantasy-wise that's got that weird, trippy sort of feeling. Pretty good stuff. Hey, Jeremy Long, how you doing, sir? And Kay Lisa, welcome. Got a new RPG book I think you might be interested in, Kay Lisa. It references, let's see on the back, Jack climbing the beanstalk, The Little Mermaid, Alice in Wonderland, The Queen, the Child, The Woodsman, the Knight, fairy tales, and how fairy tales can be crazy and terrifying in an RPG setting. Pretty cool. Also, I love this cover. Very clever. So this will be up at the shop tomorrow and available on our RPG rack. We've got one whole side of that rack now that is largely the top shelf, and it's about to expand into a second shelf, is all Cypher System, Numenera, Monty Cook Games stuff, Predation, The Strange, just lots of games from Monty Cook Games. If you haven't tried those RPGs, I recommend it. They're pretty cool. Lots of really good concepts, not just variations on D&D over and over again. Our next box I'm trying to get here, I gotta unplug a little. That was graceful. Felt very graceful. But as you can see, it's got a little heft. I'm gonna open this bad boy up and see what we got. Now I've got probably 15, 20, 25 books, something like that, out at CGC right now. This is not those, unfortunately. Hey, look at 2 nights in a row. Look at that. Grace. How you doing, Grace? Good to see you again. But this box really doesn't want to open, does it? There we go. There we go. And thank you for mentioning how graceful I was and making me feel better about myself. Really appreciate that. So, we start with, you hear the sound of bubble wrap. That's always a good sign. Everything in here is in one ginormous bubble wrap package. Yeah, I guess it helps when you're in California and you're a couple hours behind us. Hadn't really thought about that before, but that makes total sense. So, yeah, that works. That works. How's everybody else doing this fine Friday evening? A little cold front came through yesterday, didn't it? That was very pleasant because I'm a bit on the hot-natured side most of the time, and I will take a cold front any day. That's a lot of tape inside the package. Um, Comics appear to be in multiple bags, and all the bags are taped together. So we're gonna go old school. Now we're gonna start off with the CGC book. I normally would try to hold that toward the end, but we're gonna go ahead and start with it. Anybody who knows Mr. Daniel Jacobs knows he's going to lose his mind over this one. But it looks like we got, hey, Two Brothers Comics jumping into the fray. How you guys doing, man? It is good to see y'all. I hope y'all are having a good weekend so far. And yes, so happy for the cold weather. Preach. I am with you on that. Although the wind was blowing so hard yesterday, it kept blowing the door open at the store and knocking stuff off the walls. I mean, that was pretty intense. But right out of the gate, we got us a CGC book. Kind of an oddball number. It is Dark Knight 3, The Master Race, number 4, which I wouldn't normally care about at all, except this is the 1 in 500 ratio variant of the Jim Lee cover of Joker. At a 9.8. So yeah, only 500. You had to order 500 copies of this book in order to be able to purchase this cover. That's quite a racket they've got going on. But yeah, there you have it. That's the first appearance of Carrie Kelly as Batgirl. So there you go. 1 in 500 variant. Good stuff. Set this over here for now. We've got some magazines and such. Lord, that's a lot of tape. Yeah, I have to agree, Kay Lisa. I think that's going to be very popular with our Joker fans. I think Mr. Daniel Jacobs is going to lose his mind. He is. That's a CBCS label. You can always tell because they don't do the fancy stickers up in the corner. They don't have the shiny. And it's their older model of slab. It's not the brand new ones, which the brand new ones are pretty. They're very good. Jeremy Long, I know you've gotten a couple in. Tell me what you think, but I think the new slabs from CBCS actually look really good. So we have straight out of 1980-81 a Marvel Super Special magazine. This little thing called The Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, that is that's pretty awesome. It's the official comics adaptation of the most eagerly awaited space fantasy film of all, the story in dazzling full color. Boom. That's pretty cool. Get a little bit of Golden Age here because I don't know, guys. I see Golden Age. I love it. I can't help it. I want to get it, especially this weird stuff. And this is super weird. This is from 1954, I believe. 1953. Sorry, 1953. 3D Circus. And it still has the 3D glasses inside. They're bound into the comic, so you have to take the comic apart to get the 3D glasses. But this is 3D comic book from 1953. How awesome is that? It's just great. We have a quirky hobby, and I love it. Let's see if this has the year. This looks like, well, this is at least from the 60s, probably earlier. But this is Bugs Bunny's Halloween Fun Trick or Treat number 4. Not Trick or Treat, Trick and Treat. Number 4. Probably from the 50s, maybe from the 60s. But Bugs Bunny, Halloween, giant book. Look, you can see how thick that is. You get a lot of value for the money there. But I always love these old school comics. That's good stuff. Let's one bag in here down. We got two more. So let's see what we got. This is JSA The Liberty File, number 1 and number 2. This was one of those classic Elseworld stories from back in the day when DC was doing a lot of these. And this is a good one. This is a really good one. I've never been much of a JSA guy myself, but that is really nice. And that's both issues, so you get the whole story, one bang, one fell swoop. And that's a pretty cool cover, Joker appearance there on the cover for the person who just must have everything Joker. Well, we already addressed that, didn't we? It looks like we got Mr. Panda in the house. Hey, Panda, how you doing? I'm not going to lie. That elephant is pretty scary, although the little zebra is pretty scary too. It's like a zebra rabbit or something. I don't know what's happening there, but yeah, that elephant, there's something not quite right there. Hope you're doing well, Panda. It's good to see you, sir. But yeah, you can never have enough Golden Age books in this humble comic book proprietor's opinion. Hanging on to the Golden Age books. I'll have to double check the year, but I believe this is mid-50s. This is Helen of Troy. I just love Golden Age stuff, guys. I can't help it. If you want to read some Captain America, because who doesn't, this is The Adventures of Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty. So you got the old school with the more triangular shield, and you got the more modern. It's just Captain America. It's got Red Skull. It's good stuff. Hard to go wrong because Captain America is amazing. Now this one is straight out of my childhood. One of my favorite Disney movies. And this cover, this comic is absolutely pristine. I mean, I think this would grade very, very highly. This is impressive, actually. But this is Walt Disney's The Absent-Minded Professor with the flubber and the flying car. And that is a pristine copy of this book. Might just have to send that one off to CGC. See what they've got going on. Hey, man, hope so too. Hope you have a good one. It should be fun. I think we're going to have a fun day at the store tomorrow. We've got several folks who have told us that they're going to come up, and we got one little girl who she dresses up in costumes just about every Saturday anyway, but tomorrow she is coming in her Wonder Woman 84 costume, that new gold shiny costume, and she has a lasso, which she swears is not in fact magical at all, because she's a realist, this kid. But we like to mess with her, so we tell her. She came in a couple weeks ago as dressed as Rainbow Dash. So I was talking to her last week about how, I don't know if she heard, but Rainbow Dash was in the store, and she's like, "No, that was me, dude. I mean, come on, it was a hoot." Now, we had some good news earlier this week about who is cast as Mr. Moon Knight, and we have the first issue of the Fist of Khonshu version of Moon Knight. And this one's kind of an interesting one. He's got a slightly new costume, but this is also one where he's kind of got some magic going on. It's not just like, is he super strong and maybe totally out of his mind, but he's got some magic at play too. So that was always fun. I like that. Now, I saw we had Two Brothers Comics on here. I don't know if we got Dustin Ellis on here. I don't know if, Dustin, if you have this book. You probably do. It's from 2015, but it's your Mortal Kombat from DC Comics. Do you have this? If you don't, Dustin Ellis, I know somewhere you can get it. Somebody might just hang on to it for you. Who knows? It's good to have people who know what you like. Now, this one, again, you go to the 60s, you get your Silver Age books. I totally dig it. Underwater terror strikes when a sinister plot is discovered. The Frogmen. It's sharks and guys who go diving, like SAS and all that. British intelligence, Navy SEALs in the early days. It's the Frogmen, and it's the underwater terror. I'm terrified. So if you want sharks for Halloween, that's the way to go. Now this one, first, not his first appearance by any means. That was in the Incredible Hulk of all places. But this is Rocket Raccoon, #1, in his first solo series, and it has art by none other than Mike Mignola. What? Yes, Mike Mignola is the artist on Rocket Raccoon, and we got #1. This goes very nicely with the Rocket Raccoon we have as a showpiece there in the store. It's like life-size Rocket Raccoon. He's like 4 feet tall, something crazy like that. What is this? Oh, rock on. Don't tell Dustin Ellis, because if he didn't have it, he's going to try and steal it from you. Again, some fun Halloween-themed books from the 60s. I mean, this is good 60s era stuff here. We have, maybe 70s, Ghostly Haunts from Charlton Comics. That's before DC bought them out. Ghostly Haunts. When you go to the art show and it's scary. We also have, and this one always makes me happy, and I'll tell you, I know Alan Breedlove is going to like this because he loves these books, but supernatural thrillers featuring the living mummy. #11. I love the art on these old living mummy comics. The Marvel 70s horror stuff was great, but the living mummy was one of those characters that always was done well. Let's see here. We have, and I ordered these particularly because I have a lot of librarians in my life, but one of our librarian friends, Mr. John Schoffel, is quite the librarian. He's a huge fan of Halloween, and this is Haunted Library. Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library. So for any librarian, hard to go wrong with a book about a library, and it's a haunted library, so that's fun. From old Malibu Comics, this is one of those covers that's hideous but also gorgeous at the same time, is Necroscope. So going all out on our hideous Halloween horror comics. These books were all supposed to arrive almost a week ago, and they didn't, so that was really unfortunate. For those who like a good gargoyle every now and again, we got a book from Marvel back in the day, Gargoyle. All kinds of fun stuff. This makes me very happy. We got another living mummy. This is Supernatural Thrillers featuring the living mummy, #9. So I know Alan picked up #8 not too long ago. We got #9 here. We got #11 here. We're going all around it, but eventually we'll get you a whole set, Alan. We'll try. We'll give it a whirl. See what we can't dig up for you. Going back to the things that just make me happy, it's hard not to find a good Disney book. This is an old 1967 Top Comics. So that's your Top Comics featuring Donald Duck. And that looks like a lot like Agrabah back there, doesn't it? Agrabah didn't come along until, what, 1992? 93? But there you go. Top Comics. Donald Duck rides a goat. Maybe Donald Duck is secretly Thor and we didn't know it. That could be. Never know. Here's a fun one, straight from the 70s, Omega the Unknown. And that is the first appearance of Omega the Unknown. And he was reintroduced. We got Omega the Unknown back in circulation during the Annihilation Scourge story a couple of years ago. So that's fun stuff. Now, this is one of those classics. Everybody recognizes this cover. It's the only issue of Marvel Age that anybody really cares about. It's that Stan Lee photo cover of Marvel Age. Classic one. Good to have up on the wall at the shop or in your collection at the house. I'm not picky. Whichever one you want. We can make that happen. We have The Ghost of Dr. Graves. More of Charlton. More horror. Good stuff. That little shiny didn't show up too great on the camera, but yeah, The Ghost of Dr. Graves. That's all fun stuff. We have Spider-Woman number 32 with all the old Universal Horror monsters on the cover. That's a good one. I like the movie posters, the way that they did that. So yeah, we got a good Spider-Woman cover there. Perfect for Halloween without being like just a Halloween horror fest. And then this one, guys, this is a really cool book. It's a what if book. What if this was the Fantastic Four? You will recognize this as the new Fantastic Four from back in the day. That would be Mr. Fix-It version of the Hulk. That would be Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and Spider-Man. But this is signed by a crap ton of artists and writers. This was a Hero Initiative book. So all of the money for this comic went to support the Heroes Initiative, which takes a lot of guys who were creators back in the day for comics. They kind of got a bum deal, and they're not doing very well now. And this, you support these guys, the Heroes Initiative. It's really, really cool. It takes care of some of those guys who helped create so many of the things that we love, but who aren't doing very well now and never got the recognition or the monetary compensation that they should have for what they did and what they brought to the world. But this, let's see if this is who all this is signed by, because it's a bunch of people. Yeah, here we go. Richard Case, Todd DeZago, Cully Hamner. Cully Hamner from Huntsville, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know. Cully Hamner, great comic book artist. He's done a ton of projects, but he is from Huntsville, so he's from our hometown. He's from right here. Cully Hamner. Barry Kitson, Nathan Massengill, another Huntsville guy. He's still here in Huntsville. Jeff Parker, Val Staples, Mark Wade, and Mike Wieringo's brother, Matt Wieringo. This was particularly in honor of Mike Wieringo, who we lost way too early. But we will have this book up for sale on the wall at the store. And as you can see, it is autographed by all these people. Great book, great cause. That money that we spent to buy this book goes to support the Heroes Initiative. So you want to support that and you want to get something cool of your own, this is a great way to do it. So like I said, we just had a little unboxing. We got some cool stuff in today. We got an RPG book in. We got some great Halloween comics. We're going to have all of these. There's a big old stack of comics. We're going to have all these up at the shop tomorrow. They're going to be up on the wall and ready to go home with whoever wants to get them. Yeah, Panda, that's a bunch of signatures. And there's some good names on there. Really good creators. I really dig it. If you're desperate for your Haven swag, as you know, we have some Haven swag now. We got the original stickers, those bad boys that we first came up with. Then we went with some bigger and shinier stickers. And those were popular. And then we got real fancy, and we went with magnets. You can't really tell they're magnets now because I'm not made of metal. But we got magnets. Well, this week now we also have acrylic pins. So if you wear a jacket with a lapel and you're desperate to have an acrylic pin on it, you could do that. Or if you have to wear a lanyard to work and you want to represent a little bit, You can pop a Haven Comics pin on your lanyard and represent that way. And if you prefer just to keep us close to your car keys, we also now have Haven Comics keychains. I have gone mad with power, people. I am getting all manner of goofy stuff because I can get it with a Haven logo on it now. And we have a cool logo now, which helps. It lends itself to this kind of thing. So that's helpful. But yeah, now we've got all kinds of swag. So if there's something you're looking for, and as Panda says, if you want to polish up your store folio and ruin it by putting our logo or our stickers on there, you can. Happy, happy, joy, joy. So that's really about it for today. We did get this. Gotta put that puppy up on the wall tomorrow. But just wanted to say happy Halloween, guys. If we get another shipment in tomorrow, which we might, depending on the vagaries of shipping, we'll do another video tomorrow, kind of a surprise. Hey, how you doing? Kind of a thing. But otherwise, have a great Thanksgiving. Stay safe. Have fun. Eat a ton of candy. Party like you're 7 years old. Enjoy some football. Come pick up some comics. Just have a great weekend. Appreciate everybody stopping by, tuning in, and thanks for joining us. We will catch you guys all, if not sooner than that, definitely next Tuesday when we have our unboxing. Kay-Lisa always does a knockout job with those. And then Thursday night for our Haven Comics quiz show. We always have a good time with that. Thanks, Panda. Appreciate it. Thanks for popping by. And we will see you guys on our Haven Comics quiz show. We always have fun there. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night, people.